Hello everybody, this is Rachna and I am here with relative clause for you. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get started. Well, relative clauses are clauses starting with the relative pronouns who, that, which, whose, where, when. They are the most used to define or identify the noun that precedes them. For example, can I have the pencil that I gave you this morning? So here we are talking about the pencil. And we are also talking about the pencil that was given in the morning. So what is it? We have a relative clause which would not change the meaning of the sentence even if it is there or not there. So well, let's understand this a little better. So relative clauses are non-essential parts of a sentence. They may add meaning, but if they are removed, the sentence will still function grammatically. Now when I say grammatically, I mean that the meaning would still remain or may not remain the same, but grammatically it will be correct. Now for example, if I say a defining or identifying clause tells us which specific person or thing we are talking about in a larger group of people or things. Also, if a defining relative clause is removed, the meaning of the sentence changes significantly. Now for example, let's say the woman who visited me in the hospital was very kind. Now here what happens? The woman was very kind. Here also it is grammatically correct. And if I say the woman who visited me in the hospital was very kind, it's again grammatically correct. If I say who visited me in the hospital, that is also grammatically correct. Right? So, defining relative clauses are composed of a relative pronoun, sometimes which is omitted, a verb, and optional other elements such as the subject or object of the verb. Now, we need to keep in mind that a defining relative clause is not separated from the rest of the sentence by commas or parentheses. Right? So, what do we know about non-defining clauses? A non-defining or non-essential clause gives us more information about the person or thing we're talking about. Now, if a non-defining relative clause is removed from a sentence, we lose most detail or maybe some detail, but the overall meaning of the sentence remains the same. The non-defining relative clauses are composed of a relative pronoun, a verb, and optional other elements such as the subject or object of the verb. Now let's take for example the farmer whose name was Fred sold us 10 pounds of potatoes. Now what happens here? If I say the farmer sold us 10 pounds of potatoes, we could be talking about any farmer, right? But if I say the farmer whose name was Fred, here we're talking categorically about Fred, right? So this is the difference, or this is the way that it could change a little, right? So non-defining relative clauses are always set off from the rest of the sentence with commas or parentheses, which is unlike the defining clause, right? So I hope this has been very easy for you to understand, not much of technicality, and I hope you really enjoyed the session. Well, Thank you so much for being there and watching this video. Take very good care of yourself, and I hope that you would hit the like and the subscribe button as well. Thank you. Have a wonderful day ahead.